The Secret of the Mysterious Smiling Old Lady, a story that changed an entire village. Hidden behind bamboo groves and endless rice fields was a small countryside village where everyone knew of an elderly woman. Not because she was wealthy or powerful, but because she was always smiling, come rain or shine, no matter what life threw at her. The villagers called her the Happy Old Lady. Anyone who was sad, hopeless, or weary, just sitting beside her for a while felt like their heart was gently warmed. One day, a young man, full of ambition but constantly burdened by anxiety and dissatisfaction, came to her and asked, "Grandma, why are you always so cheerful? Don't you ever feel sad? Life isn't always so rosy." The old lady looked at him, smiling softly, her eyes deep as if they had witnessed the turning of the whole world. She spoke slowly, "Oh child, of course I do. I've been to the darkest depths of sorrow. But I learned something important. Happiness doesn't depend on what happens outside, it depends on how we choose to see life." She began to tell her story. When she was young, she had a small, happy family, a husband, children, and a modest little home. Life wasn't abundant, but laughter was plenty. Then, her husband fell seriously ill. They were too poor to afford proper medicine. She sold everything, prayed with all her heart, but he still passed away on a cold, rainy afternoon. That day, I collapsed. My heart shattered. I thought I could never go on. But then, she saw the eyes of her children. They were still so young, and they needed a strong mother. She realized, if sorrow is left unchecked, it becomes chains that drag an entire life down. So from that day on, every morning I woke up, I told myself, today is a new day. I will find one reason to smile, even if it's just something small. Some days, it was a blooming flower. Some days, a bird's song. Some days, just a child's hug. Little by little, joy returned. Not because life got easier, but because she chose to see the light instead of the darkness. The young man sat in silence, his eyes glistening. Then he asked, "But what if something truly terrible happens? How can you stay optimistic?" The old woman gently held his hand and said, "My dear, even the worst things will pass. I taught myself to repeat during hard times, this too shall end. Life is far from perfect, but peace comes from within." From that day on, the young man began to change. He practiced noticing the good things, no matter how small. He slowly felt lighter inside, even though life still had its struggles. What the old lady shared began to spread by word of mouth across the village. And strangely, the whole village began to feel warmer, more peaceful. All of it, sparked by the smile of one woman who had once lost everything. Happiness is not a destination. It is a choice, made every single day. We cannot control everything that happens in life, but we can choose how to face it.